Hi, my name is David. This is going to be my tutorial on how to use the program Clipping Magic. Basically, Clipping Magic is a browser-based program that I think is much more efficient for using for cropping product photos and just all images that that have backgrounds on them compared to Photoshop. Photoshop, you have this auto selection tool which can do a decent job at selecting things, but oftentimes will select the background, and you have to be very nuanced about like being picky and removing stuff, right? Clipping Magic does basically the same thing as auto select, but is much faster. And if you're editing product photos for our team, then please use this program in the future. I will show you how to do it right now. So basically, you want to download the product images from Shopify. I've already done that, and I will go to Clipping Magic and simply open the folder. So this is the first image I'm going to edit, and just click and drag that right into here. Now we want to select the bag. Okay, so one thing I forgot to mention, when the cursor is green, that's like the positive selection tool, right? So this is going to be part of the selection. And when you press spacebar, this is the negative selection tool. So this will remove, this is what you want to select the background with, right? So this will deselect that part. And you can see already that there, on the right hand side, that there is already a pretty decent selection of the image, but we're missing the handles. So we simply scroll in with just your mouse scroll tool and go in here and select the handles. You can do a pretty good, decent job with this. Make sure to get all the details. This is where it becomes a little bit more nuanced, but it should still be quite fast. You can see the preview here that some of the shadows of the handles are not selected. So we just go in, clean it up a little bit, clean it up, deselect this background, and now we move on to the negative space in between the handles of the bag, or the straps of the bag. Go here, and we can see this part's not selected, so we go here, clean that up, get some more detail on the buckle. Let's see, go over here, go over here, and then that's not important because it's so small. Plus the background we're going to place the photos on is already gray, which is very similar to the color white, right? So small details won't be able to won't be clear, won't be noticeable, I mean. Okay, so now our photo has been finished. You can see here that we have all the details that we want. Simply press download, and then press download result, right? And we can drag this into our folder, and we can see that this is a transparent image because it'll say clipped over here, right? So when you're putting it into Photoshop, please don't confuse that one with the original one, or the original one with that one. And okay, we're going to move on to the next image over here. So now we have a side facing bag. We're going to quickly select this, So Control Z is undo, right? When you want to undo something, just press Control Z. It's very fast. This image is very fast. In this case, we want to keep the shadows, so you could deselect some of this. You don't need to keep all the shadows because, again, I mean, you don't need to be very precise in deselecting this background because our background again is gray, so it's not going to matter too much. It's actually going to look very good on this gray background. So we press download result, and now we have this. Drag that into the folder right here, and we have the clipped one. Now we have one more angle of the bag, and this is the back facing angle. We're going to select this, drop, get this, and we've done this handle before, so I'm just going to do it without commentary. Okay, looks like we got all the details pretty much. The small parts I would not worry about. Oh, forgot the buckle over here. Alright, so now that this is finished up, just make sure this looks like the original photo pretty much in the right hand side, right? The top missing a little bit of detail, but we can't discern that, so that's fine. We can drag, or we could just drag into the folder with that this kind of thing. So we open this, open up Photoshop, zoom out, and here we have another bag, and we'll use this picture for reference to size this one. Alright, this is very important because we want the photos on our site to have aligned, to all be aligned, right? This will make the website look a lot more professionally done. Make sure not to align the handles, but to align the top of the bag with each other. So this looks like it's a little bit too big, so we're going to size that down. And it doesn't have to be exact. So that looks perfect for a front-facing bag. Okay, so now we put that here. Perfect. Now we're going to do the side-facing angle over here. Whoops. That is not what I want. And it looks like it's approximately the same size. Maybe make it a little bit bigger. You don't have to be so nuanced. Okay, that's perfect. Deselect that. Press enter to finish the transformation. Deselect the background. Perfect. Okay, one more bag, and this is the back facing one. So actually I'm going to turn on this back facing one if it has an image of that one, and that's going to be the same proportions and position as our front facing one. So you could use whatever photo you want for that one. Make sure you looked at the clipped image, right? The clipped image is this one. So we go over here, make that big, make that big. It's roughly the same size. Make it a little bit smaller. A little bit smaller still. Okay, perfect. Now we have our 3 images cropped. Deselect this, and we're going to export these files into our folder. I just go ahead and quick export as PNG because this saves a lot of time. Basically, you want to avoid overriding the clipped photo because it's a transparent photo that can easily be modified. It's very useful. So we go over this one, right? The one we downloaded from Shopify. Replace that. Hide this. Go to the side facing one. Export as PNG. Replace that. Then go to the front facing one. Export as PNG. And voila. Next step, you want to upload them to Photoshop, which you already know how to do. I've already done this before I made the tutorial, so make sure you upload them in the correct order, or not upload them in the correct order, just upload all of them by, selecting these like this, and then you can drag all 3, but make sure you order it afterwards. I hope this tutorial made sense. Let me know if you have any questions. I really think that Clipping Magic, is a fantastic tool for editing product photos, and will save you a lot of time, so you can move on to doing other stores and doing other photos. Awesome.